there you are. Not that big.
Welcome to Website Royalty. We are rolling in over the hood today. We have been so busy doing websitey things, we'll just call it, but we're so glad you are joining us today. Once again, this is Website Royalty Town Hall number 6. It's Kajabi support for you. We want to make sure that we give you enough information that you're even interested in sticking around. So I am Kim White. I'm with the Findability Queen, the queen of all SEO things is Denise Millay. We are here to talk about our private hands-on live meetup weekly group called Website Royalty, but we're bringing some of the secrets out into the wild, we'll call it, Denise. We're bringing it out so other people can also, understand what Kajabi, which is an all-in-one platform, if you don't know already, and helping with some of the things. We get pretty deep in the live meetups, but we can't go quite so deep here, but we want to answer as many questions as we can.
And we figure, if people have questions within the group, then we are sure other people have them out in the wild, and we want to make sure that we share as much as we can with all of you out there so that you can understand some of the things that we do and how you could apply things to your own business. So we want to try to help as much as we can.
We're all about strategy and not doing something just because somebody else is doing it. Let me say that for the record. Yeah. And there are a lot of things that came up in Website Royalty today in the community that we're going to give kind of a recap of, and then we're going to show you some things about building a community and how to do certain things on the back end of Kajabi. But I always want to start with this. I always want to be transparent and upfront, and that is I've been on Kajabi for more than a decade. Denise has been on for, 5 years. She's been on a very long time. We went from raving fans to raving affiliates. So we are partners of Kajabi, affiliate partners. And we want you to know that up front. We don't want you to, wonder while we're talking about something. We're here to give and be generous, but we do get a commission from Kajabi if you sign up using our affiliate link. We have put a 30-day free trial QR code up in the corner, and I don't know which way to point.
Yes.
There we go. So that if you're interested, grab that QR code. You get a bonus with it. I'll tell you that. If you make sure we know you got in there with our affiliate link, you get a bonus of the inside group that we do, the private group, live weekly meetups, hands-on help, all that support and stuff. You get a year of that inside our group. So anyway, having done all the business things, Denise.
Business done, yes. Now down to the fun parts.
Yeah, housekeeping. That's what that's called. We did the
housekeeping. Work on my house. That would be good.
So what came up in Website Royalty question-wise today, we had a very busy day today. Let's just go there.
We did. We had some, where do you want to start? You start.
Let's just rattle off all that came up, because if somebody's watching and they're having those things bubble up for them, they'll know they're not alone.
We had a great question about navigation, about menu links. So when you have a menu on a website, you want to think about this. Do you want every time somebody clicks on a menu item for it to open a new tab in your browser? And someone was thinking that's what they wanted to do. But in actuality, if you think about it, if somebody's within your website and they're going to see the menu the whole time, they don't really need a new tab for each page. So the strategy or the technical best practice is to not have menu items open new tabs. You just switch within your menu. However, if you're on a landing page or a blog post page and you put a link to something outside of your site, like a YouTube video or Wikipedia page or something like that, you should make that open in a new tab so that your user can easily navigate back to you as opposed to having lost you and have them maybe go back and search for you again or type you in again or get frustrated. So that's the situation we were talking about, is that you want to open a new tab when you have something outside of your site.
And
Thought that was good.
inside Kajabi, most of the sections, you have a little tick box that says open in a new window. That's how simple it is to
Right,
make what you need to have open in a new window. And you
right.
just untick it if you don't want it to open a new window. So it's very easy inside. If you have Kajabi already, go look. It's in your sections part. Click into a section and you'll see the little tick off box.
Yeah,
I think that's important to know where to go.
right, right. Um, what else have we talked about? SEO descriptions and what keywords to put in them, and whether we should use the same keyword all the time or whether we should change it up. And the conversation rounded about that, we're building a collection of content around a certain topic doesn't mean you have to use the same words all the time. They can all be similar synonyms or same meaning, and get that still builds a lot of credibility for you. So I thought that was a very good conversation we had.
It's very good.
Yes. And then we had the community thing. Do you want to talk about that, Ken?
I do, because I feel like this is where a lot of times, a business owner or entrepreneur that's trying to learn a platform, they get tripped up because they're told to do certain things that maybe don't apply to them, but they don't know that. They don't realize that. So, one of the things that we talked about today is why you use a community for some things, why you use a course for some things in Kajabi, why you use like the
An
different
event. An
and
event.
events,
Right.
why you use these different pieces matters, so that you're not trying to lead somebody to something that makes it hard for you to actually show up and do what you're intending.
Right.
So I thought that was a terrific conversation about just when you use the pieces.
Right.
Another conversation that we had and actually did today was we moved one of our clients' podcasts from
Right.
another platform to Kajabi. Kajabi also hosts platforms. And I guess in case anyone here does not know about Kajabi, Kajabi actually is a website builder, it's an email CRM, it's a podcast host, it's a community
Blog,
host,
website.
blogs. It has like all these different features that all talk to each other. You don't have to connect them. You don't have to have another plugin to make something work. You can have your store in there. You have all of these pieces that are all connected for you. And
Mhm.
it's priceless for the time you save. The tech stack is, a lot of people want to talk about a tech stack. That is your tech stack. You
Right.
can do things inside of there like, clipping videos. You can have the AI inside of there help you create blogs or help you create emails or help you create things, courses.
Right. Right.
We just want to kind of give that little bit of a understanding, because there's nothing like showing up to a party and not knowing what somebody's talking about. So
That's true. We talk about it like everybody knows what Kajabi is, but we also don't want to, drown you in all of that too. So we're trying to talk strategy and kind of explain the strategy behind things. But you're right, we didn't take that 2 steps back and say, "Hey, here's what Kajabi is in case you don't know." Because we've spent hours and hours trying to make things talk to each other, whether it was WordPress and, ClickFunnels and all these other things that we might have been using to make them share information and doing Zapier and Zaps and all that stuff. And it made us semi-insane, and
exactly,
it
all
ended
the
up
way.
costing more than all of this all in one. So, we're kinda there already, so we forgot sometimes we have to explain that to you too. So,
Yeah.
sorry.
If you
Anyway,
want to explore more, though, I'm going to encourage you to go get your 30-day free trial and explore all of it. Because the good news for that is go in and look around. Come to Website Royalty, the inside group, so that you can have the help, ask the questions. My first business was at 16. Denise has been doing business a long time, so we have a lot of decades under our belt of helping build businesses. So there's a lot of strategy things that will save you so much time in building something that's actually not what you intended.
Right. And the good thing, if we can just add the icing on the cake, is you can get your 30-day free trial of Kajabi, and that comes with immediate access to Website Royalty for a year. So in those first 30 days, you could take advantage of live meetings and advice and help without spending a dime before you make a decision. And you can get to know what works for what you're looking for in your business and make sure it's right for you. So we love that option because nothing worse than signing up for something you think is going to work and being disappointed. So we want to make sure that you have the opportunity to ask questions and see where it fits for your business before you have to, put your credit card down.
So tonight, Denise, I know we rattled off a whole lot of list of things that we answered today and we worked on today. But tonight, I would love to go in and explain just a little about the community if someone's trying to build a community, because having a community can be amazing, not only to build your email list, they have to sign up to get the link to get in. It can be an amazing way to make connections where you can actually talk to people inside a group and make sure that they're, what you're intending to build. I'll never forget, I guess this is a confession, I'll never forget. It's been a lot of years ago, but one of my first mastermind groups I put together, the people were not the right fit for me. That's what I'm gonna say. And and I will own the fact that I wasn't the right fit for them.
Right.
The reason I wasn't the right fit for them is they wanted something different than what they actually needed.
Right.
And I was trying to help them get what they wanted, but they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to go the right route. They wanted to go the hard route. And so I really struggled. I'll just be honest with that group because of that. And sometimes in a community, you have these dreams of this wonderful community that can do all these wonderful things. And then you find out you've invited the wrong people. So I'm just going to put that out there. We're here to help you get the right kind of community, the right kind of people in your community. But we're going to show the tech side
of how to start a community.
Yes.
Now, one thing that we did before we go into the back end, which is a different conversation, we did talk about a strategy today that if you were having an event, like I'm doing a keywords for entrepreneurs event, and it's a once a month thing, that different dates. So it's not on a schedule. It's just like an event. You have a community that you could put everybody into so they can meet one another and talk to one another. But then we decided, well, you want to have a course in Kajabi because that's something you can use to share the info about what you're teaching and have everybody go to a live event, right? But then there's the kind of thing like a mastermind, like you were talking about, where that would be something that's a subset of your main community because it would be somebody who's paid for access to the community where you're going to hold something on a regular basis. So there's different ways to approach community within the Kajabi platform, but they all link together. Does that make sense?
Oh, it does. We want to make sure if you're listening, it makes sense to you. So be sure and ask questions. We have a rule around here: ask until you're clear.
Please.
So if you have a question, ask. But Denise, whenever you're talking about a Kajabi, and I'm going to be specific about Kajabi, you have what is one big community. We have a free community where anyone who, signs up can go into that community. We have the ability to build relationships with them. They have the ability to come to free events with us. They have the ability to see what all's going on in the community. They have the ability to see like special things we offer inside the community. Like we just did a social media class that was, for all the masterminders. There's a lot of things inside the Kajabi community. And Denise was talking about the access groups. Well, there's groups that you can have in there that are the paid ones, like our masterminders. But it's so amazing to me because when somebody gets into one of those groups, they want in everything. So it's a great way to build relationships and help someone know what solutions you offer that help them with all the services you provide. That's one model of community.
Right.
You can mimic, I'm going to say, a Facebook group. Because of Facebook group, you invite people to it, you let them in for free, you have conversations, you get to know each other, you can share things in that group. That's the big free community. So in Kajabi, you can build where it doesn't get shut down, I'm going to say.
You own it. You own the list. As long as you have Kajabi, you own it. So nobody could take it away all overnight,
And you get the contact information. That's another thing that is hard. You build a community with 100,000 people in it, and you don't have their email, from that group. What happens if they go away in a day? How do you connect back with them? How do you contact them? So I think it's important to build your community somewhere you have the ability to reconnect with them if something happens. You have them on your contact list. You have them, where you can keep in touch, because if you're like us, we love people around here and we want to keep them.
We're people-y.
So I think that that's important. I also think it's important to say that you can put any amount of people or groups together in a Kajabi community. There are a million and one different ways to build a community. You have to think about what it is for your business. How is it going to benefit you? How is it going to benefit them? How is it going to benefit having that group and taking the time to build it in, and make money? So I'm going to be the black cat, we'll call it. I'm going to say out loud, if your business is not making money, how are you going to stay in business? So I do believe in paid things. I do believe in free things. We do a lot of free things, but paid things make sure that we can stay in business.
Right.
So some of the access groups inside the big community that are paid for help you maintain your business.
Right.
And you can set them up. Some of them are like a one-time thing, or you can set them up annually. You can set them up for a monthly subscription. You can do it in a lot of different ways. So I just wanted to touch on that too, that, you might have a membership that pays $100 a year. Well, if you get 100 people in there, that's a lot of money.
Right.
So that's one way. But if you get 100 people in that are paying you $20 a month, and it's a monthly thing, that's even more money.
Right. Yes. So it adds up, and we want to make sure that everybody, I guess the point of me bringing all that up and us talking about it is it's not a one size fits all product. So the part of the beauty of Kajabi is you have these different, I'm going to call them a techie term, modules, but they're really like functions or whatever products, items. They work together, but you can use them for the way that you need them for your business, as long as you understand what they do. So you can mix and match them to tailor them to your business, I guess is what we're trying to get at in a roundabout kind of way. So should we start a community, Kim?
I think we should. I'm going to be a repeater. That's what I'm going to say. The 30-day free trial is a QR code that is up there. I'm going to learn to
You
point.
got it. You got it.
If you want to go in and build your community, like open a community and do things alongside this video, feel free to use that code and then stop the video when it's on replay, obviously, and go in and follow the steps, because you will find it is not difficult. If you have any questions, leave it here on this YouTube channel. We'll do our best to answer all we can for free, out loud.
And if you do use the code, then you can get into Website Royalty and leave your questions there, because it's a community. So you can leave your questions there and get answers, or meet up with us once a week. We meet, right?
Yep. And we have a lot of fun.
We do have fun most of the time. All right, so we're in Kajabi for anybody who hasn't seen the platform yet, and this is what we're used to. Is the left-hand side is our menu of things that we can do. And the community is under the products. So it's a drop down from there, and community is here. So this is what you see is the get started button. Here we go. You ready, Kim?
I'm ready. I'm excited.
Okay, so we're going to call this Website Royalty, right?
I think you should call it Website Royalty Demo.
Yeah, because we have a real one somewhere else.
We might try to get in the wrong place. Another cool thing about the community, as Denise is filling out some of these things, is it actually, you can set it up where it automatically notifies your members. So they get an hour before, a day before, the time that something starts. You can set that up where they actually get, reminders. Hey, we're meeting at this time.
Right. Okay.
I love that part.
And I'm just putting things in here so you can see where they end up later. We don't have an image, do we, Kim?
I did not make one, Denise. We are going to get better at this, y'all. Just have faith.
I can continue without one, right?
I think so.
All right. So now we're going to call this, or what are we going to call this access group, Kim? Just the Website Royalty group?
Yep. I would say still demo, just to make sure we don't get it confused. And inside Kajabi, some of the community platforms that are other places work in a little bit different way. Inside here, you have to have one overall community. It can be free or paid. We've always chosen to be free with this one, because this is a place to, again, build your email list and build connections and build relationships.
Right. So I'm going to save and finish. Saving product. Look at that.
Wow.
All right. Time zone. It says welcome, customize, continue, tools, all sorts of fun things. What's our favorite color is going to be red, right?
Always.
Right?
We love our red.
All right, so we don't have any photos. Unfortunately, we didn't prepare for that, but this is the main look and feel of a community when you get in here. So you'll see on the left-hand side, everybody's going to see if there are any meetups or posts or Q&A, and the posts will show up down here. You can add the next meetup, which is a meeting basically where you actually meet within the community. So it's like a Zoom within Kajabi, right? So you have everybody in a live room, like this is the live room down here. And then you can add your offers if you want your free community to see something that's coming up and you want them to be able to just click into it there and sell it. You could do that. And what else, Kim?
So I'm gonna go out on a limb. We're very cautious around here. Let me just say that we have our demonstration website, which is the one Denise is using, but since we didn't come prepared for a picture, I'm going to share real quick what the inside of our community looks like, Denise.
Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and let you do that.
I'm only going to share this screen that Denise is demonstrating. Let me make sure I get the right things. But this is what this is what happens in your community or can happen. You have your picture or your banner. You have all your announcements can be over here. You can actually put offers
We have
in.
to put it on the stage camera. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, there's that.
Okay, start over.
Okay. Yeah, am I on now, Denise?
Yes, you're trying to be me. I've made that
This
mistake all day long.
this is why I should never share. It should always be Denise. She's good at this. But like, so we have guidelines. We have guidelines that are very important to us about our community. We have our YouTube connected here. We have our feed and challenges and all of our meetups. We have lots of meetups that happen. You can see the past ones. You can see the ones coming up. We have leaderboards. We have our weekly live stream connected here. We have, again, our YouTube channel. But I want to show you over here on this side. Actually, let me go back to this one. Can you see the left side of my screen, Denise?
Yes, it's scrolling. Yes.
Okay. So here is the big community.
Mm-hmm.
That's the community you create. That's the free part we were talking about. It has all of these different things underneath it. Website royalty. We have all of these things. These are all the access groups that only the people that are in those access groups have access to them.
Right.
And I'm going to stop sharing because I can't see you.
Oh, well, that's not fun.
But that is a living example of something we've had in the community for a very long time. It's been at least a couple years. We do our online meetings like Denise was talking about inside of our community. There's something called a live room in there. We will meet in the live room for client meetings. We'll meet in the live room for team meetings. We'll meet in the live room to do free events. We go into the access groups, the ones that were down the left, for specific, mastermind group or specific website royalty group or whatever it is. I just think it's important. I'm so visual. I want everybody to see what it looks like on the inside. The thing about the groups that I think is so important is think about why you want to have a certain group and make sure it fits. Because inside Kajabi, you have products like coaching. You can take people into a private area in your Kajabi without having a community and actually have coaching clients and scheduling and that kind of stuff. You can go into the courses like Denise was talking about. You can add the course to the community that they can see it's available and they can buy it from there.
Right.
Because if somebody's in your community and they are getting to know you and they believe in you, they're going to want what you've got.
And you want them to see it without pummeling them with too many things to asking them to buy. You just want to present it and see if they're interested, they'll look into it.
We have an automatic email that goes out for community. We have our Sunday emails through the CRM on Kajabi. We have our Sunday email that goes out called the Weekly Rewind. It's got a note from me, and then it's got all kinds of things to connect you to the things we've done this, the past week. But inside the community part, it actually sends out automatically an email on a different day that says exactly what's going on in the community that you have access to. So maybe one person has access to 3 places in the community. That's what they get in their email. Right. Another person doesn't have access to those 3, but they have access to 2 others. They get that in their email. It's all automated. It all is reminders, come be with us, whatever it is. And so, yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm getting all excited because I love community.
I know, I love it too. I love it too. And I don't want to overwhelm anybody with the back end of things, but sometimes you have to see the back end to understand whether you can actually do it or not. and somebody has to just explain it to you because we're all super capable. And with technology, what I believe is if you get somebody like Kim or myself who like to use English instead of text speak, it's much easier to help somebody use something than it is to just throw it at them and say, "Hey, go read the help and you'll figure it out,"
I need the kindergarten version. So I'm just laughing and saying I learn something every day. Like I learned something from Denise today that I was in awe of because I didn't even realize something that we've been using the community for all this time. And she showed me something I hadn't seen before. So we're always learning. We're not all knowed up as we say around here, we're not all
Whose line was that?
all knowing, and
All knowed up.
we're not that.
Yeah.
If we don't know something, we'll help you find the answer because we don't know everything. And I
And
think that's important to say out loud too.
and please, leave comments here if you would like to on this video, or there are emails, connections to the mysexybusiness.com website where you can send an email, and we'll be happy to answer your questions as well, and you can see what some of the other things the team does, so
I'm very excited, Denise.
I am too,
So
Kim.
let me go again. I have to
You're
learn
good. Yes.
the QR code for a 30-day free trial of Kajabi is there. We tried to give you the easy button. If you want to have a conversation before you even use the QR code, let us know. We're excited. It won't cost you any more to go through us to sign up for Kajabi. Kajabi is very generous with us and loving us. I'll just say that. They're very good to us as partners. So we want to, honor our commitment to that as well by helping everyone we possibly can.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate doing this with you every week.
Thank you. We'll be back next Thursday, 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Sorry, I have trouble with time zones, y'all, just being honest.
So she used to live in Central, then she moved to Mountain, and now everybody in our sphere is learning how to use all 3 time zones so that we can all live happily ever after.
So that I show up when I'm supposed to. That's what she's saying.
We just did, 'cause we were all talking Central. I'm on the East Coast, and you're in Mountain Time, and we've got people all over the place, so I still can't figure out the Australia ones and the Tasmania ones, so they're still like I have to use my phone to go figure out what time it is there, so
We have to leave that up to our Carrie's arm.
yes. No, we can't do across the ocean very well.
Well, thank you for being with us today. We appreciate you, and we're excited that you joined us. If you're watching the replay, please do like and subscribe. We're doing this and putting it out there every week. So this was Town Hall number 6, and I guess, Denise, we're adjourned. Is that official?
I think we're adjourned for this week. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Love y'all.
See you next week.